dare you to slap your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, I'm just as wretched as you are. Don't let this new Giorgio Armani suit fool you. Underneath the Giorgio Armani, there's a wretched man struggling, trying to find himself, trying to stay right before God. Don't let the fact that I make 6 figures, live in a big house, drive a Bentley, don't let that outward fluff fool you. There's still a struggle going on inside me. I'm trying to stay right before God.
Yes. Yes.
And so we come to the text where we find today people come into church and when they come to the altar, from when I came, and I'm not saying you got to do it like me, you don't have to smile. Sometimes we think when people are not smiling, they're not getting anything. Amen. No, they're just not like you. Amen. You listen, you ought to be suspect when you see somebody always cheesing. Hell, you smiling about, man. Oh, gone every day you smiling. Just when I said all 4 of your tires are popped. He don't smile. She don't smile. No, there's something wrong with you. So the text starts with a man named Nicodemus. And Nicodemus was a type of person that did not want everybody to know that he was secretly engaging Jesus in conversation, because whatever he was into, it didn't give him fulfillment. And so he was linked to Jesus by night. That's like some folk today. We come every now and then. He was a leader of the Jews. Go back to John 3:1. He was a leader. He was a Pharisee. In fact, he had a high position in the Sanhedrin courthouse. He was wealthy. He's the same man that went to the council that determined his death. He asked for Jesus' body and he put him in a grave for him. So he was a secret disciple. He didn't want anybody to know he was the disciple. Amen. Isn't that like sometimes we out with our friends and we won't share the gospel with them? It is sometimes that we're doing. I mean, in fact, I was a great baseball player. I saw him across the street from our church. And he was at that time, he had gotten a DWI, so he shouldn't have been driving, he shouldn't have been buying no liquor. But he came into a neighborhood hoping nobody would see him. And I said, hey man, what's up? And of course his head went down. And I said, I want you to know I'm praying for you. Anybody here say, see, listen, whatever you do in the dark. So Nicodemus, at some point, the revelation that he was a secret disciple would be revealed. And so Jesus was having dialogue with him. He was having, because he was a smart man, and he was having intellectual exchange with him. And Jesus was letting him know basically who he was. In verse number, look at John chapter 1 again. He tells us something about the new birth. Verse 2. Look at verse 3. He said, in this conversation, he said, verily, verily, this is an imperative. He said, there's no way you're going to see God's kingdom unless you have been born again. Somebody say born again. Born again. And so this troubled Nicodemus because he was thinking through human thoughts. He was thinking, well, and you're asking me to now somehow go back into my other room. So he couldn't understand that Jesus wasn't talking about fleshly birth. That's why what we see today, Rita, in the church, we don't see spiritual people. We see flesh in the church. Come on, walk with me, somebody. And if it's flesh in the church, you take flesh back on your job. And folks say, you know what? I do not want to go to church because so-and-so go to church every week and look how they act. I don't want to go to church because guess what? They keep talking prosperity. My mother ain't going to church all her life, paying all her tithes, and still living the same raggedy place. So our witness can confuse people. That's why the Bible says in Matthew 5, let your light so shine before who? Men. So that men might see your good works and glorify your Father that's in heaven. So at some point, if you have been born again, the light of God has to begin to manifest out of your life. Somebody say glory. So Jesus was saying, look, there's a necessity